I'm Dee.
Hi, Dee. I'm Devin.
Nice to meet you, Devin.
Same here.
What brings you into the office today?
Well, I just got a bit of a issue that I've been toiling with for the last couple of years, and I wanted to just pass it by someone else and try to get another viewpoint on what I'm feeling right now.
Okay. Talk to me a little bit about what's going on.
Well, just to give you a little background about myself, I'm 28. We attend church locally. My grandfather is the pastor, and my family has been at this church since I can remember. As a matter of fact, my grandfather established the church.
Right.
And so, you know, that's all I've ever known. I sing in the choir, I've done the youth ushering, and, you know, I've gone so far as to use my educational background, because I'm an accountant.
Okay.
And, you know, I helped set up the administrative end of the church as far as the bookkeeping and trying to get everything up to, I guess you can say, the 21st century, because the secretary was not using a computer. So now we've got a website and all of that that's, you know, available to the public.
Right.
And I just feel like I've been sort of going through the motions as far as church is concerned. And I feel within that I'm missing something. And I believe that spiritually I'm void. I hope you understand what I'm saying, in that I know my family enjoys the church, and I do too. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy going to church, but I feel like spiritually I'm missing something. I accepted Christ at an early age, and I go and I feel like I'm coming away empty. So I've been toiling with whether or not I should move my membership and, you know, try to find another church family that I feel like I can be spiritually fed, or if I should stay there with my family, because we are a very close-knit family. And the reason why I'm toiling so is because I had an older sister that did leave, and she has not been very welcomed at family gatherings, because, you know, everybody looks at her as being I guess you can say, a defector, an outsider.
Right.
And I don't want that. I want my family to realize that all of us should have an opportunity to make individual choices. And I'm just toiling with how to tell it to them without having any animosity or any hard feelings, you know, from them or anybody else that's in the church. You know, I talked to my sister, and she was pretty much okay with my wanting to leave. But it's
The
not.
sister that already left?
Yes, my sister that has already left. She's okay with my leaving, but it's my family, it's my mother, my father, and my grandparents that really, you know, I'm concerned about, because, you know, my grandfather, he's up in age, he's 70 plus, and I just don't want him to feel like his grandkids are abandoning him and what he's established over the years. So I just don't know. And on top of that, I've become attached to the youth. They're at the church. A lot of them look up to me. And, I look back and I think about how we had practically no young people there. And over the last 5 years or so, we've kind of built it up. So, I don't want to disappoint anybody, and I don't want anybody to feel like, they are not being spiritually led because of my actions. So I just wanted to, check with you to find out how you think I should handle the situation. Should I, just go ahead and leave regardless of what they say or how they feel, or if maybe I should speak with my parents first, or, just, because we have a family gathering coming up, or maybe I should just make an announcement at that point. I know whatever I decide, it may not be.
Well, Devin, you have a lot of questions, and a lot of important questions that you're verbalizing, and I'm glad that you're verbalizing it because it's letting me know what's been on your mind and on your heart. But before we deal with the questions, because I think you really know the answers to a lot of these questions, and maybe it's just a matter of us going back a little bit, because you said that, is it just you and your sister, or are you guys the only 2 siblings?
No, we have a younger brother that is still at the house with my parents.
Is he also in the church?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
Yes, he is. Yes,
Okay.
he is.
So the 3 of you guys?
Right, there's 3 children.
Okay.
Yes, there's
All right.
3 children.
So it sounds like out of the 3 kids, your older sister left, right? And then amongst you and your brother, you've been carrying a lot of the weight of the ministry. And it sounds like you go to church and you work. It's more or less putting in the duties of ministry instead of actually being fed spiritually. It sounded like you were feeling like you're a little depleted spiritually. Would you say so?
Yes, I couldn't say any either.
Okay. So at this point, it sounds like you're torn between, do you go and take care of Devin, or do you continue to be there for everyone else? And so what I want to know is from you, what's the underlying factor behind that? What is making that so difficult for you to make that decision? Because normally if a person is hungry, they just go eat, right? And it sounds like you've been hungry spiritually, but you've continued to give of yourself, sacrifice, and help others when you haven't really been satisfied yourself.
Well, I think maybe the underlying factor would be, I don't want to disappoint anybody. I don't want anybody to feel that I'm a disappointment to them, And I know that if I left, the church is going to go on. But it's just a feeling of disappointing someone or not being approved by my family for wanting to make a decision such as this, and so I'm just torn between, do I try to please everybody by staying, or do I liberate myself spiritually by finding a church home where I feel like I can grow spiritually? I never thought about it as my my performing a duty, and I thought I was doing it wholeheartedly, but I guess in the back of my mind I've been a little reluctant, in doing it. So
talk to me a little bit, Devin, about how the church, your grandfather's church, and you being practically raised up in the church, how has that shaping your own self-identity? Because it sounds like a lot of who you are is in that church, So walking away from the church, it sounds like there may be a little fear. I heard you say you don't want to disappoint the family, but let's talk about Devin for a while, because we've been talking about everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
How has your self-identity been, do you think, created by you being raised in your grandfather's church?
Well, I know that when I'm out in public, you know, everybody refers to me as my grandfather's granddaughter, you know, or how is, you know, your grandparents, or how is your family, and, you know, so it's like, you know, I'm not being asked about Devin. I'm being asked about everybody else. And so I really look at myself as my grandfather's child or grandchild, rather than me as Devin. You know, me as coming with my own contribution to the work of the church. But, you know, when there's something that needs to be done, then it's, you know, it's Devin, do you know how to do this? Or Devin, can you check on this? Or call this person? And so, you know, so I feel like a lot of the responsibility of being, you know, the granddaughter of the pastor is on my shoulders. And I just, you know, so I feel like every time I feel like I'm going to take a break, or I can break free, something else comes up. So
Let's just try this. How do you imagine that next place? Let's imagine that you made the decision to walk away from your grandfather's church. Not abandon it, but you say you just want to be fed spiritually. How would that feel? What kind of relief or release would it offer you for Devin to be filled spiritually, and to still know that your grandfather's church is still available for you to go visit, for you to still be with family, but for you to be fed in the way that you need to be fed? What does that look like?
well, I would say that it looked like if I said a dream come true, then, you know, it's like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, because I believe that if I could worship someone freely, then I think I would be more at peace with myself. Because right now I'm struggling internally and spiritually with the connections that I have and the duties that I perform at the church. And I just believe that if I did find a church home where I could worship freely, I think that would be liberation for me. And then to know that I can always go back and worship with my family, enjoy the fellowship with other members there, that would be awesome. You know, so the freedom that it would give me spiritually and personally, then I think that would be something that I would just embrace wholeheartedly.
I seen all of this light up when we talked about how that would feel, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you felt that, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So it sounds like overall, you feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more confident in going after what Devin needs. And I don't mind working with you. We can work together on this step so that you build your confidence level up to be able to express how you really feel to your family, and they can receive it in love. How does that sound?
Oh, it sounds great. It sounds great. I really appreciate you listening to me. Thank you so much for the direction. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Nice meeting you.
Same here. Thank you.